In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a complete guide for the brand new cooking update and of course the trading update. So let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Before we start though, if you guys could leave a like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. We're trying to get to 300k and we're so close, Hit that subscribe button. Let's get straight into this video. So first things first, trading. It is finally here, guys. Yes, I repeat, trading is finally here. Let me go ahead and show you exactly what this looks like. So if we go over to the gear shop and we go over to show me the gear shop right over here, as you guys can see, if we keep scrolling, keep scrolling, we have a brand new thing called the trading ticket, and this is going to cost 1,000,000 shekels, which honestly, in my opinion, is a fair price. If you have been playing this game for a long enough time, that's honestly not that bad at all. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and purchase that. There's one more thing in the gear shop. We're gonna come back to that in a few minutes, but for now, let's go ahead and talk about the trading ticket. So with the trading ticket, guys, this is what it is gonna look like. Where the hell is it? All right, here it is. Yes, I have 850 of these tickets, but yeah, this is what it is gonna look like. Now, using this ticket, you simply want to go ahead and approach someone while holding it out, and then go ahead and basically send them a trade request. And this is the menu that is gonna pop up. And now you can go ahead and add shekels if you guys want to. You can go ahead and add a pet or a plant, whatever you guys want to go ahead and add. So for example, I want to go ahead and add one of these pets right here. And yeah, once you guys go ahead and do that, you simply have to wait for them to give you an offer if they want to, or simply go ahead and hit accept. And as you guys can see, they have to go ahead and hit accept too. Okay, they're giving me something a lot more valuable, so I'm gonna go ahead and give them 200k, you know, just because we want to be a little nicer. There you go, hit accept, and there you go. Once you go ahead and confirm the trade is gonna be complete. The money is deducted from my account, and if you go ahead and look at my inventory, as you guys can see, I should have the elder strawberry that this person gave me right over here. So yeah, trading is in the game, guys. It's as simple as that. You can go ahead and trade. I don't think I have anything more to explain. You can only trade pets and fruits. You cannot trade seeds. I just want to clear that out, guys. You cannot trade seeds. That is not a thing in the game, but you can of course go ahead and trade shekels, which is also a very, very cool thing. I feel like trading shekels is kind of huge. I didn't expect them to do that, but yeah, you can now go ahead and actually just give money to people. So that's very, very cool. Of course, you are going to need a trading ticket for this. So keep that in mind, guys. You are going to need a bunch of these or you will not be able to trade. Anyways, moving on away from trading, let's go ahead and talk about this week's event, the cooking event. It looks quite simple. I'm not going to lie, bro. It brings me back. It brings me back to days when we did not have two major events going on at the same time and things were complicated. We had 4 different shops. No. It's just one guy who gives you all the rewards. And yeah, we have a cooking pot right over here. And as you guys can see, this is Chris Peas. Yes, this guy is called Chris. And currently he is craving a hot dog. Yes, so this guy is basically going to have different cravings every single hour. As you guys can see right here, next craving is going to be in 35 minutes because this resets every single hour. Once again, we're going to keep things simple for you guys. These are all of the cravings this guy has. So he's either going to ask for something like a salad, a pie, soup, waffle, hot dog, whatever, etc. All of these come in at random, you know, they're all random. They all come in randomly. There is no set pattern for these, so you can't just prepare in advance or something. But yes, these are all of the foods he is going to crave. Now, you can still feed him something else even if he is craving something else. How do I explain this? For example, I have some soup right over here and he is craving a hot dog, but I can still go ahead and give him this soup. So yeah, check that out. I can still give him the soup. He is still going to give me a reward, but of course, if you give him something he is craving, you're going to get a better reward. So I hope that makes sense. Give him something he's craving and you're going to get a better reward, but you can still just go ahead and give him anything from this list at any time. Okay. Moving on. How do you actually go ahead and craft these things from the list? All right, this is kind of complicated. This is where this update kind of just falls apart in my eyes. It is so freaking complicated to actually do this. But don't worry, boys and girls, once again, I have made things just a little more simple for you guys. I have a complete recipe book. Yes, a complete recipe book for each and every cooking item. So we have soup. Soup is basically any item mashed together. So if I just go to my inventory and I just go ahead and go to like fruits right over here. And yeah, guys, you can basically just go ahead and mishmash every single fruit you have in your inventory and that is going to create soup. So yeah, soup you can get very easily. That's not difficult to get. Sandwich is the next item we have. Once again, this is the easiest recipe you can use to make this. There is other recipes in the game that can make a sandwich too, so that's why this update is really complicated. This is not the only recipe that can make a sandwich. So you can find like other recipes that can make a sandwich and you might get better rewards for that. So yeah, anyways, I don't want to complicate things too much, but next up we have pie, which is going to be a pumpkin and apple. Burger, which is pepper, corn, and tomato. Waffle is going to be a pumpkin and watermelon. Salad is going to be 2 tomatoes. But once again, as I mentioned before, you can even use 5 tomatoes and you'll still get a salad. So it's very complicated, it's very random, it's very RNG. Hot dog is a pepper and banana. Ice cream is corn and blueberry. Donut is strawberry, tomato, and apple. Pizza is corn, pepper, tomato. Sushi is 4 bamboo and 1 corn. And finally, cake is 2 corn and 1 watermelon. So yeah, lots of recipes. You're gonna have to go ahead and plant each and every one of these plants in your garden. But once again, as I mentioned before, I want to really clear this up. These are not the only recipes for these items. You can get other recipes to make the same item. It's very weird. But hold on, don't just hop into the game and try and make these recipes. No. There's one more criteria. Actually, 2 more criteria. As you guys can see in the background right there, someone has a massive donut. How did they get a massive donut? How does that work? Well, this is where the update gets even more interesting. So if we go ahead, go back to my inventory, let's see, I have a bunch of small tomatoes like this one right here. So let's go ahead and submit that, and let's go ahead and submit another small tomato and hit cook. We're gonna go ahead and skip the timer for the sake of this video, but you don't have to do that. You'll have to wait for the timer to go down. As you guys can see, we cooked up a salad. Now if we go ahead and look at the size of the salad, it is pretty small because we used small fruits. So if I go ahead and actually submit this guy's only going to give me 1 reward, which is not good, right? This takes 30 minutes to grow. I don't want to get just 1 reward out of it. I want to get a bunch of rewards. So yeah, check that out. They gave me watering cans, which is quite literally the worst reward you can get from this, by the way. It's literally the worst reward you can get from this. Oh, by the way, these are all of the rewards you can get from this. There's a brand new egg and a brand new seed. We're going to get back to that in a second. We also have a brand new crate. Once again, we're going to get back to that in a second. But how do you actually go ahead and get more rewards? Well guys, if you go ahead and use a big fruit, for example, this massive corn, let's go ahead and plop that in there. And let's go ahead and use this big tomato right here too. And let's see what this actually gives us. So let's go ahead and cook this up, and boom. Now guys, watch this. We're gonna go ahead and get this sandwich in our inventory and look at the size of this thing. So the bigger plants you use, the better rewards you actually get. I'm also pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but let's just go ahead and feed this guy this. And look at the amount of rewards I'm gonna get, guys, even though he is not even craving a sandwich. When he is craving a sandwich, you get a lot more rewards. So as I was saying, another criteria I think this guy has is the rarity of the plant. So once again, the plants I have shown you guys here are all like common and really easy to get plants. But if you manage to make cake, for example, out of something that is prismatic, then you're gonna get better rewards. If you manage to get huge plants to make a huge cake, once again, you're gonna get even better rewards. So once again, just to clear things up, the 2 things that matter in this update, guys, are the size of the plant and the rarity of the plant. Once again, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is all from my personal research. Guys, this update was very complicated. I spent a very long time trying to figure it out, what works, what doesn't work. And yeah, these are the 2 things that I found that actually matter in this update, one being size and the second being the rarity of the plant. Another thing that might also matter is if the plant has the gold or rainbow mutation, because that has mattered in the past updates, but I'm not sure if that matters in this update, guys. Once again, we're gonna get a full guide. I'm gonna post a full guide for this, so don't worry, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and yeah, you'll be updated when this update actually comes out, when the video actually comes out. What am I saying? Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. So guys, we have a bunch of new rewards you can actually go ahead and get out of the crispy guy right here. So we have a bunch of cosmetic rewards like the fork fence right here, which looks pretty cool. We also have a brand new plant called the Arctic or artichoke. I'm not sure if that's a new plant, guys. Please let me know in the comments down below. We have a pretzel cart right over here. We have, of course, the new gourmet seed, the mochi mouse, a new mutation called the fried mutation. We have a taco fern, the gourmet egg, and finally the pancake stack. So we're going to go ahead and look at all of these things, starting off with the brand new mutation called the fried mutation. Now, I don't know how much of a multiplier this thing gives, but of course, to go ahead and get it, you can simply go ahead and enchant your pet. Oh wait, nope, never mind, they took it out of here. I swear it used to be in here, guys, I'm not tripping, but yeah, the only way to get it now, I guess, is by doing the crispy pig quest. Okay, that is interesting. Once again, I have no idea what the multiplier on this thing is, but I assume it's very, very good because they are making it quite difficult to get this fried mutation. So yeah, you can go ahead, put this on your pet, and your pet is gonna put it on your plants. So yeah, like any other mutation, pet mutation in the game, so don't worry about it. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the exciting stuff now, which is the brand new gourmet seed pack. Ooh, I'm really excited about this. So here it is, boys and girls, the brand new gourmet seed pack. I managed to get myself 34 of them. It was not easy. I repeat, it was not easy. This thing was very, very difficult to get. But let's go ahead and open it up and try and get... Oh my god, we just got sugar glaze first try. What the hell are the chances of that, man? Okay, so sugar glazed is the first seed that we got. As you guys can see, if we go into here, this is a 10% chance to get. So yeah, we gotta go ahead and try and get the other plants too. We have a grand tomato, which is a 0.5% chance to get. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue gambling and see what we get. We got a jalapeno, that's nice. We got an onion too. Let's go, bro. Oh, got another jalapeno. So close to the sugar glaze, man. Okay, onion again, really? Another jalapeno. Wow, what is my luck today, bro? Another sugar glaze. Dude, what? Oh, we got a crown melon. Let's go. Okay, yes, that's good. That's good. That's good. We actually have 2 crown melons. I completely missed it. But yeah, let's go ahead and collect that. Another sugar glaze. Yo, what is going on with the odds here, man? Oh, we got a tall asparagus. Let's freaking go. Okay, we got all the plants except the main thing, which is, of course, the brand new tomato. I forgot what it's called. The crown tomato, I believe? The grand tomato. Yes, the grand tomato, guys. We still do not have that. I highly, highly, highly doubt I'm gonna get that in this video because, yeah, it is a 0.5% chance to get out of the seed pack. But don't worry, guys. I think I have the sell price for it for you guys. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and cover that in just a second. But my god, I'm getting so lucky, bro. Look at the amount of honey glaze I got. Sugar glaze, sorry, not honey glaze. Another sugar glaze. Dude, I literally have 7 sugar glaze. And the final seed pack, we got a crown melon. Nice. Okay, you know what? That is not bad at all. Of course, now we gotta go ahead and plant each and every one of these plants. To do that, we gotta go ahead and clear out a bunch of these plants. So, peppers, I'm sorry, you gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here, bro. I'm also gonna go ahead and open up these brand new food crates. Once again, I don't think I showed you guys the rewards you get out of these. But inside the food crate, guys, you get a pink cake, a blue cake, a coffee machine, a banana hammock, which is really cool, a hot dog cart, cheese mat, and a golden hedgehog statue. Honestly, man, these statues all look the same to me, bro. Like, unless you go like really close up to them and like really look at them, yeah, it's really hard to differentiate them. But let's see what we actually get out of this. We got a coffee machine, we got another coffee machine. Give me another coffee machine. Oh, we got a cake. Nice. We got 3 coffee machines. I think the game's trying to tell me something, guys. I think it's trying to hint something at me, bro. I've been playing this game too much. I play this game too much, guys. But anyways, let's go ahead and plant our onion seeds, our little sugar glaze, our jalapenos, our little crown melon is what I meant to say, and finally the asparagus. There you go. So I'm gonna let all of these grow up, guys, and I'll see you guys in just 1 second. Right, so while we go ahead and wait for these plants to grow, I thought let's just go ahead and pass the time with something else. So yeah, let's go back to the gear shop here with because I missed something completely, and this something is of course gonna be, let's see, the new Grand Master Sprinkler. Of course, how could I skip over this completely, bro? We have a brand new meta in the game, guys. The Master Sprinkler is not the best sprinkler in the game. We now have something even better, which is the Grand Master Sprinkler, and I believe this thing is gonna cost you guys around, like, I'm not sure what the price of this actually is. I'm actually completely unaware. I heard someone say 1 trillion, which is completely outrageous. So I don't think it's 1 trillion, but if you want to go ahead and buy it with Robux, which is what we are going to be doing in today's video, it is going to cost you guys 279 Robux. So yeah, it is very, very expensive, and as you guys can see, I managed to get it right over here. Let's actually go ahead and read the description of this thing because yeah. So this thing massively increases growth speed, mutation chances, fruit size, and boosts pets too. So yeah, this thing actually boosts gets your pets too, which is pretty cool. Why did I say it like that? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's really nice. Very cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and try this out on a plant. What should I try this on? Should we try this on the elephant ears? Let's go ahead and try this out on the elephant ears right over here. And look at the radius of this thing. My god, that is absolutely huge. Just for reference, guys, the Master Sprinkler is like half of this. So yeah, this is quite a lot. It also lasts for 10 minutes, just like the Master Sprinkler. So let's actually just go ahead and plop it down right there. And I'm going to go ahead and collect all of my elephant ears here. And we're going to see how big they actually get. Oh my god, look at that, bro. So it's got this red thing radiating out of it. Looks really, really cool. Okay, inventory has now been successfully cleared out. And look at this, bro. Already, look at the size of that thing. That's insane. With just one Grand Master Sprinkler, Sprinkler, whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, no, this is cool. Oh my god, they're growing up so quick. What the hell, bro? These are huge. This is gonna change the game forever, bro. This is actually insane, dude. But yeah, we're gonna leave those right there for a little bit, and we're gonna come back to that in a minute. And we are back. My god. Guys, once again, I did not use a basic sprinkler, a master sprinkler, advanced sprinkler, godly sprinkler. No, I only used the new sprinkler, and these plants are absolutely freaking huge, man. What is actually going on? They're not even done growing yet, by the way, so they might get even bigger, which is kind of insane. So yeah, I'm gonna leave those there. But as you guys can see, all of our new plants are done growing. So let's go ahead and start off with the brand new one, which is gonna be the onion, which I believe is the easiest one to get, and this is gonna be a one-time harvest plant. So let me go ahead and kind of like delete this, bro. It's kind of in the way, so let's go ahead and clear that out, and let's go ahead and collect all of these to see how much they actually sell for. So here it is. Let's see how much this thing sells for. So this is the smallest onion I have, and yeah, how much is this worth, good sir? And this is gonna be a whopping 9,000 shekels. So not much, guys. Once again, this is like the easiest plant to get from this entire update. So yeah, of course, don't expect too much out of it. What about a onion that is about 2 kgs? Let's see. This is gonna be about 17,000. And finally, let's go ahead and try out the biggest onion we managed to get, and this is gonna be about 19,000. So yeah, it seems like this thing, it grows between like 8,000, 20,000. So yeah, not bad, not great. I mean, it's like the easiest plant to get. So yeah, that's good. I'm just looking at this asparagus. It's massive. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next plant that we have, which is of course going to be the sugar glaze. So let's go ahead and collect this to see how much this thing actually sells for. Okay, so here it is, boys and girls. I have 2 sugar glaze here. Okay, ignore the big one. We're gonna come back to that in a minute. But yeah, here is a 4.41 kg sugar glaze. Let's see how much this thing actually sells for. And this is gonna sell for a whopping 63,000 shekels. That's actually not bad. So if we go ahead and try out a 6 kg one, let's see how much this sells for. And this is gonna be over 100,000, easy peasy, bro. This is without any sprinkler method, FYI. So very, very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. And I actually managed to do the sprinkler method on this with the brand new grand sprinkler, whatever the hell it is called. So let's go ahead and see how much this thing actually sells for. And this is gonna sell for a whopping 1.1 million shekels. So not bad. I think this is just as good as something like sunflower. I'm not sure, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. There's a gold one. It's about 21 million shekels. So not bad at all, guys. That's very, very good. Honestly, might be the best meta plant in this update. It's not that difficult to get either. So yeah, very, very good. Anyways, let's go ahead and try out the jalapeno now. So let's go ahead and clear all of this up. Clean. So here we have a 3.3 kg jalapeno, which is like the smallest one I managed to get. And this thing sells for a whopping 27,000 shekels. Not bad at all. Here's another one. And this one is going to sell for, let's see, 37,000 shekels. Not bad. And finally, here's the biggest one I could get. This is about 38,000 shekels. So you know what? Not a bad price at all, guys. This is honestly a decent plant. It also does not take up that much space. So if you guys want to go ahead and do the sprinkler method on this, or you know, something along those lines, this is honestly pretty decent. This is very, very good. It's also not that difficult to get. The jalapeno is one of the easiest plants to get from this update. So honestly, very good. Let's go ahead and move on to the crown melon now. All right, let's see, a 4.3 kg crown melon. Let's see how much this sells for. And this is gonna sell for 47,000 shekels. Let's see a slightly bigger one, and this is going to sell for, let's see, 70,000 shekels. So you know what? It's good. I think the crown melon and the jalapenos are basically the same. They basically sell for the same, so not bad at all, guys. Once again, they are decent money makers. Nothing too crazy, but still good enough in my my opinion. Anyways, let's move on to the tall asparagus. This is the one I've been waiting for the longest, bro. This thing is so cool. So here we have a 6.44 kg one. As you guys can see, they can grow up to be quite big, but let's see how much this thing actually sells for. So how much is this worth? And this is gonna be 90,000 shekels. Okay, not bad for a base price. So this is better, way better than the super glaze we had right here. It seems to be a slightly better plant than the super glaze, the sugar glaze. What am I saying, bro? Oh my god, my brain's actually rotten. But yeah, very, very good plant, very neat. I like, very nice. Now just a heads up, we actually have other plants here too, like the artichoke. I think that's how you pronounce that. I don't know, bro. But yeah, we have a bunch of other plants like the taco fern, and I think there was one more. Yeah, I believe there was one more, but I don't have a screenshot of it. But honestly, guys, I could not get my hands on it because once again, it was so difficult to obtain it. I kid you not, guys. I probably did this event like 1,000 times, still didn't manage to get it. But I am gonna make a complete video ranking each and every one of them. That also goes for the grand tomato, which I did not get my hands on. But once again, we're gonna make a complete video ranking each and every one of the brand new plants in this new update. So if you guys want to go ahead and watch that video when it comes out, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe with notifications on just so you do not miss out on it. Moving on, let's quickly go ahead and talk about each and every one of the pets we actually have in this brand new update. So as you guys can see, the update got reset, guys. I can't show you guys how you can actually get these pets, but basically you get them all out of the brand new gourmet egg, except for one, which I'll go ahead and mention. Anyways, let's go ahead and start off with the first and the easiest pet to get in my opinion. This is going to be the brand new bagel bunny, and this guy every 42 seconds eats a carrot for a 5.10 value boost, just like the regular bunny. If you guys have seen the regular bunny, this thing basically does the same thing, just a little more buffed. So yeah, this is just a glorified bunny. We got a glorified bunny in this new update out of the gourmet egg, which is a really difficult egg to get. So this is very disappointing. This is very disappointing. I'm really upset about that, but nothing else to say, bro. It's a bunny. The next thing we have is gonna be the pancake mole, and yeah, this guy is once again just like the regular mole. I kid you not, bro. I kid you not. This guy is exactly like the regular mole. So every 80 seconds digs down underground to find treasure, can dig up gear or shekels, just like the regular mole. Guys, I kid you not. This thing is just a mole. Look at this. The regular mole is right over here, and yeah, same timing, same everything. It's just 2 seconds faster. That's it. Now these are just screenshots, guys, so I don't know if this is actually what's gonna be its ability. So yeah, take this with a little bit of a grain of salt. So but still, it's kind of crazy that this thing is basically the same as a regular mole that we got in the night egg a very long time ago. So I guess for the people who didn't get it from the night egg, you can now get it again. But yeah, it's just a retextured pet, guys. That's all this is. Once again, very disappointing. But let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, which is going to be the bear. Sorry, the sushi bear. This guy every 80 seconds has a 15% chance to make a nearby fruit chilled or frozen. That's very useful, guys. It's very useful. I wish we had something like that in the game. I really wish we had something like that game in the, in previous updates or something. Once again, I don't actually have these pets myself, so these leaks might just be inaccurate. I'm not sure. When this update comes out, I might look like a clown. But yeah, so far with the information I have, because it was impossible to get the eggs, by the way, the update was kind of broken and it was basically impossible to get these new gourmet eggs. That's why I'm relying on screenshots to even show you guys what this thing does. Yeah, this is what they do. They are just useless currently, but once again, that might change. I'm not sure. This might not be its permanent ability. It might actually change to something a little better. Moving on, next thing we have is gonna be Mr. Sloth right over here. Finally, something new, something interesting, something that's not just a retextured thing from previous updates. This is gonna be the spaghetti sloth. Not sure why he's spaghetti, but yeah, I guess he's spaghetti. This guy every 14 minutes goes to a nearby fruit and does a cooking, applying the pasta pasta, sauce, or the meatball mutation. Once again, I'm not sure what the multiplier on this guy is gonna be on any of these mutations right here. I'm really sorry, guys. Once again, could not get my hands on any of these pets because it was impossible to get them in the testing server. Like, nobody got them, guys. I kid you not, nobody in the testing server actually got these pets, and even if they got them, usually people just gatekeep. So yeah, it was quite difficult to get these pets, but yeah, this is what it does. It's once again very cool. We don't know what the mutation or the money multiplier on these mutations is going to be, so I can't really tell you if this is a good pet or a bad pet. So we're just going to go ahead and move on to the final pet you can get from the gourmet egg, and this is going to be something. Wait, what's this thing called again? Okay, it's called the French fry ferret. All right, so yeah, this is gonna be a 1% chance to get from the regular gourmet egg, as you guys can see. And this guy, every 1 hour, increases a random pet's level by 1. Ability cannot be mimicked or refreshed. Now, once again, this is a leak. This is a leak. This is a leak. So I'm not sure how accurate this thing actually is, but if this is actually as accurate as people have been saying, this might be a very good pet to actually level up your other pets. Like, I'm hoping this pet is real, man, because I hate leveling up my pets. And yeah, this is gonna be very good if you guys have been you know, struggling to level up your pets just like me too. But hold on, there is one more pet we have in the game. And as you guys saw, all the other pets, guys, you can get them from the gourmet egg, but this pet you can actually not get from the gourmet egg. You can get directly as a reward from the chef. This is gonna be none other than the mochi mouse. And this pet was actually obtainable. You could actually get this pet in the game, in the testing server at least. And boys and girls, here it is, the mochi mouse itself. And this guy, let's go ahead and see what he actually does. All active food type pets gain an additional 1.93 XP boost. He also, every 10 minutes, gains an additional 500 XP bonus, which is pretty cool too. So what does an active food type pet mean? I think they are referring to something like the sloth, guys. I guess this is an active food type pet. I don't know what a food type pet is, but yeah, these are all of the pets we got in this brand new update. Kind of disappointing. Once again, I don't know if this is actually their ability or if this is just a leaked ability. Once again, we'll just have to wait for the update to actually come out, and yeah, we'll get to see when the update actually comes out. As you guys can see, the update has been removed from the testing server too, so we gotta wait 9 hours for this update to come out to know what it actually does. With that being said, guys, I think that is every single thing we got in this brand new update. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what you guys actually think of this new update. If you guys watched this video all the way to the end, go ahead and comment down food, and let's see how many people actually watched this video to the end. And again, since you are going down there anyways, hit that like and subscribe button. We're trying to get to 300k. We're so close. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. It means a lot. Like, it genuinely does mean a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.